Hey, welcome back everyone. This is Bill. I'm a prepper and I'm living in the Philippines. This short clip here is going to be the intro to a new series that I'm going to start creating where I talk about freeze-dried food, specifically Augason Farms, and where I open them up, take a review, and give you my solid feedback. Before I start getting into today's actual stuff, I do have, as you can see, quite a large assortment of Augason Farm freeze-dried food. Now, some of this stuff has shelf life between 5 years, 10 years, and 25 years, and it is a good long-term if you're in the long-term food storage solution. Now, I'm just over 50, so I'm definitely looking at food that can go long-term because I hopefully will be around long-term. Long-term food storage might not be for everyone because there is a cost involved with the storage, the space it takes out, plus the ROI, right? The price you're paying for branded freeze-dried food. Now, if you guys watch my videos, you know up top, all those black bins, that's all the food that I've been freeze-drying myself at a greatly reduced cost. However, freeze-dried food can be great, and it gives you a sense of security knowing that you have a lot of freeze-dried food in your pantry. And keep in mind, even as a person that owns a freeze dryer, some of the stuff I don't want to make. I don't want to make powdered milk. I don't want to make onions. I don't want to do a lot of things that I find that I'd rather buy. But anyways, so it's your personal preference as a prepper and how you stack your food storage. I have a mix. I certainly have a mix of canned foods, grain staples, and freeze-dried foods. I have a great mix. If you're curious about that, watch any one of my pantry videos. But this series, I wanted to actually open these cans up and cook it. I wanted to see if it's good. I wanted to give you my honest feedback about the taste of whatever flavor or brand I open. And then I wanted also just to double check. So that said, this is the intro. You're going to see the same intro on the next 10 videos in this series. But I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, remember to hit that like button. Hey everyone. So for the Augason Farms taste test and review, episode number 2, I put out a community poll on my YouTube and people said you wanted to check out some of the powdered stuff. Now I have powdered milk, powdered butter, powdered honey, powdered peanut butter, and pancake mix. So I got a bunch of powder. So I'm going to start with the peanut butter first because I actually felt like a peanut butter sandwich when I was thinking about it. So what I got here is I have the Augason Farms 60 serving peanut butter, right? So this is good for 5 years. Now this is one of the few items that are not good for a long time, okay? So you gotta use it or lose it. Now, 60 calories per serving, they say serving size is about 2 tablespoons. I'll probably use a little bit more because I love my peanut butter. And the ingredients in this guy is peanuts, sugar, non-iodized salt. Okay, so we have sugar, salt, and peanuts. Now, it says the mixing here is for 5 tablespoons, so a third a cup. We'll just go for that. So I need a half a cup of powder and 4 tablespoons of water, it says right there. Remove oxygen absorber, sure. Combine peanut butter with water and mix. Adjust for consistency as you wish. Okay, so there we have it. Pretty straightforward. It's I'm going to raise this camera up so I can kind of set it down here. Now, I'm upstairs here tonight because I'm also doing some freeze drying, and I'm not out in the freeze dry kitchen because it's just too noisy. So let me go ahead and open up this can here. All right, now I did hear it like an air pressure sound when I first broke into this. So either the oxygen absorbers had taken out all the oxygen, and as soon as I cracked it open, it decided to let some air. Well, it's kind of hard to open. It's interesting. I'm not sure why. Could be the can opener. It seems to be spinning here. Okay, so almost there. Yeah, my can opener doesn't want a can open. What's going on here? Interesting. See if I can start a fresh hole here, maybe. right, it's turning, but this is one tough lid to open. Let me tell you what. I'm not sure why I'm having this difficulty here. All right, bear with me 1 second while I solve this. All right, so I'm back. So the paper on this can was giving me a hard time with the can opener I had. So interesting, I haven't had that happen before. So let me go ahead and crack this open here. All right, so first thing I can tell you, it's about a little over half full, maybe generous 2/3 if I want to say that much. It's extremely powdered, it's very light, I can feel it. There's an oxygen absorber in there, as we can see. It smells like peanut butter, faint, but it definitely smells like peanut butter. It's very powdery, extreme. It's not chunky or lumpy or anything at all. All right, so let me put the camera back down here. I'll give it an angle twist. See if I can adjust this for you guys. Stand by. All right, so see what the view is. I'm going to eyeball this. It says, what does it say? I'm going for a 1/2 cup and 4 tablespoons. So I'm going to use my little bowl here, and I'm just going to basically put in maybe 2 big scoops here. And just a little bit more. So I put in this much in the small bowl. And I'm just going to add the water from my spoon as well. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now the good thing about powder mixes and stuff, and let me see if I can show you as I mix this up, is you can change the consistency to how you want. See, now this looks really dry already, but I'm just going to give it a moment because sometimes it magically just starts shaping up right with just a little bit of water and mixing. So I don't want to add too much water. I want to give the water I put in here the full opportunity to become peanut butter. And I probably should have used maybe use a fork so I can kind of mash this around. All right, so it's mixing, yeah. So I'm just trying to be patient and let the water do its thing. It still looks dry and crumbly, but it's a lot. Let me show you what it looks like here. But it's definitely trying to do something. So I'm just going to keep. Now this is just peanuts, sugar, and salt. I guess salt for taste. All right, so I am going to add just a little bit more water. I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon. And let's see how we go here. Now, the good thing about peanut butter is you can have it creamy and runny or thick and chunky. But what I don't want it to be is nitty gritty, right? I don't want it to be like eating sand, which is something I'm actually concerned about. I want to see that the mouthfeel of this is actually going to be more like a peanut butter cream feel, or is it going to be more like a peanut butter sandy crunchy feel? I'm going to add just a little bit. I might add probably 2/3 of a cup then. I might have just put in too much by mistake. So let's see if I can just keep mixing this here. It is definitely starting to form into a paste. I would prefer it to be not as thick, but at the same time, I know I can adjust that easily by adding water. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to keep adding a little bit of water until I get it to the consistency I'm looking for in the peanut butter. So let me just. That's starting to look better. All right. Now it's like clay or Play-Doh. It's actually really stiff, and I'm really trying to mash it really good and blend it as best as I can. Because again, I don't want it to be gritty, but I do want it to be spreadable. All right, so this is my eyeballing effort here. So what I got, let me show you, is what looks like peanut butter. Now, I'm just gonna try to taste a little bit of this first, because I know what peanut butter should taste like. And let's see what I got here, hang on. That tastes good. It is not gritty at all. It's creamy and smooth, which was what I was worried about. It tastes just like the peanut butter we eat all the time. So let me put some on the bread here, right? Because the whole goal was I wanted to have a sandwich. So I'm gonna make a little peanut butter sandwich. I wanna see how it spreads here. This is non-toasted, regular Philippines classic gardenia, which is a pretty well-known bread brand here in the Philippines. I guess if you're in the US, it would equate to Wonder Bread, right? If you remember Wonder Bread. All right, so now it's still pretty thick. So let's see if I can show you what I'm doing here. I'm just gonna try to spread it on there. Yeah, it's going on, okay. All right, let's need a little bit more. I like peanut butter, always have. Peanut butter jelly. All right, so I'm gonna fold it. So you saw that it spread just fine, tasted fine, so I'm assuming this is gonna be good too. I'm almost positive. I could not tell that this wasn't fresh peanut butter. If I didn't know, I don't get the sweetness. It's there, I think. The salt is just a little bit there too. I can taste the salty, but I'm used to my peanut butter and peanuts being salted. This is very good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and eat the rest of this actually, and then I'm going to repackage the rest of this peanut butter back up, put it back in the Mylar bag and get it sealed and back on the shelf for next time. So I do appreciate you guys jumping in on my community page and suggesting this one. After I post this video, go back and look. I will make a new survey for what's next. It's probably gonna be one of the pasta dishes because I have a lot of different pastas. All right, guys, hit that like button. And until next time, be safe.